Welcome to Eternal_Sovereign, your fresh haven where ageless wisdom meets modern insights. We're elated to see visionaries, dreamers, and seekers joining us. Here we explore knowledge, creativity, spiritual growth, all designed to inspire and resonate with your journey. As we start this voyage, a blessing. May wisdom guide, discovery thrill, unity strengthen us. We wish each viewer peace, growth. May this channel serve as a beacon of hope and inspiration source. Together we probe the endless possibilities. Amen. Subscribe to join this enlightening journey. Welcome to Eternal_Sovereign. Good day, dear subscribers and viewers. Today, we find ourselves on an inspirational journey, featuring none other than Sylvester Stallone. Born and raised in the bustling heart of New York City in the wake of the Second World War, on the 6th of July, 1946, Stallone's humble beginnings were marked by an array of struggles, hurdles, and hardships that would forge his unyielding spirit into the force we admire today. From the beginning, Stallone was a fighter, a warrior who grappled with adversity, allowing it to temper him, mold him, preparing him for the many battles that lay in his future. As a young man, Stallone nurtured a dream, a vivid vision of being more than just an ordinary citizen in this vast world. He yearned to be a beacon of inspiration, a captivating entertainer, a figure of influence. His gaze turned towards the glowing lights of Hollywood, the city of dreams, where he aspired to carve a niche for himself. But the path to stardom wasn't paved with roses. The gateways into the prestigious film industry didn't voluntarily swing open for Stallone. Instead, he had to storm down these gates, demonstrating his inherent worth time and time again, never faltering in his resolution. Stallone's first taste of triumph came with a character he fashioned himself, Rocky Balboa, a struggling boxer from the humble streets of Philadelphia. Rocky, much like Stallone himself, was an underdog, a fighter refusing to be silenced, refusing to be cowed down. The film, which Stallone both wrote and starred in, was an immense success, managing to secure the highly coveted Academy Award for Best Picture in 1976. This momentous victory wasn't just for Stallone. It was a triumph for every underdog out there, fueling their dreams and ambitions. Stallone's career trajectory soared further when he created and starred in another iconic franchise, Rambo. As the indomitable John Rambo, Stallone gave life to a different kind of hero, one who was resilient, relentless, and tough. These characters, Rocky and Rambo, shot Stallone into the global limelight, etching his name as one of the most influential actors in the annals of cinematic history. However, while the world was enamored with Stallone the actor, they were largely unaware of the man who resided behind the roles. Despite the fame, the success, and the acclaim, Stallone was on a deeply personal journey, one that led him away from his faith and then, against all odds, guided him back to it. Yes, beneath the dazzling glitz and glamour of Hollywood, a tale of faith, rediscovery, and redemption was quietly unfolding. And that, dear friends, is the story we're about to explore. Raised in a Catholic family, Sylvester was once a faithful follower. Once an adherent of modesty and humility, Sylvester found his spiritual grounding tested as he ventured into the limelight. Hollywood, with its glossy sheen and opulence, presented a new world of possibilities and distractions. Becoming an overnight sensation, after his role in the iconic movie Rocky, the glitz and glamour cast a hazy fog over his once clear path. The allure of fame is tantalizing, beguiling even the most resolute among us, and Stallone was by no means immune. He was suddenly ensnared in a world where adoring fans, flashing lights, and boundless opportunities were the norm. The placid simplicity of his past had vanished, replaced with a frenetic pace of life that left little room for reflection or introspection. As his fame ascended, the line between Sylvester Stallone, the man raised on Catholic teachings, and Stallone, the Hollywood superstar, started to blur. His roots, once a source of grounding, seemed to fade into the background as the spotlight grew brighter. The humble teachings that had shaped his character seemed to be gradually enveloped by the dazzling allure of the entertainment industry. Man who was once guided by the teachings of his faith now found himself confronting the seductions of fame. His grounding in faith was gradually overtaken by a life of glamour, shutting out the guiding light of his upbringing. He found himself in a whirlpool of fame, fortune, and opportunity, which clouded his vision, creating a chasm between who he was and what he was becoming. His Catholic upbringing, once his guiding compass, seemed like a distant memory in the face of Hollywood's dazzling allure. The humble follower, who once held fast to his faith, was lost in the enticing labyrinth of fame and fortune, replaced by a man who was seduced by the allure of fame and fortune. When his daughter fell ill, Stallone's life took a dramatic turn. Often we become enraptured with the allure of fame and glitz, allowing the glamour to eclipse the intrinsic facets of our existence. For the acclaimed actor Sylvester Stallone, it was an intensely personal crisis that served as the pivotal turning point, an illuminating beacon that led him back to the path of faith. The stark, distressing reality of his daughter's illness drew Stallone back to the church, his childhood haven of solace and resilience. However, it was not a return out of obligation or blind adherence to tradition. Journey back to the church came from a deep need for comfort, fortitude, and discernment during a time when the world seemed to be crumbling around him. This poignant moment in his life marked a significant awakening, a profound reminder of the spiritual teachings that had been instilled in him during his formative years. The church, once a distant memory from his past, was now transformed into a sanctuary, providing him shelter in his storm. His resurgence in the church marked an important milestone on his spiritual journey. During this somber yet enlightening experience, Stallone found the intrinsic power of faith, the strength it could offer in times of adversity. He discovered that faith was not merely about seeking divine intervention during challenging times, but about surrendering oneself to a higher power. It was an awakening that underscored the need for him to stop living for himself and entrust his life to God's divine plan. This newfound perspective triggered a remarkable transformation in his life. Stallone began to view the world through a fresh, enlightened lens. He started to comprehend that faith was not merely a segment of life, it was indeed the very essence of life. This pivotal point in his life not only induced a transformation in his spiritual journey, but extended its influence to his personal life and professional endeavors. With this newfound perspective, Stallone began to perceive the world with a more compassionate, understanding, and accepting outlook. The faith journey he embarked on during this arduous time led to a profound transformation within him, instilling a renewed sense of purpose and direction. It was this journey that made him realize the importance of faith, not only in moments of despair, but as a constant guiding force in life. In the face of adversity, he found himself drawn back to the sanctuary of his faith. This monumental turning point in Stallone's life serves as an empowering testament to the fact that it's never too late to rediscover faith, to seek tranquility and understanding amidst the tumultuous chaos of life. It is a powerful reminder that faith can serve as the guiding light that leads us back to peace, even when we're lost in the wilderness of life's trials and tribulations. This crisis led Stallone back to his Catholic roots, reigniting his faith in a profound way. The crucible of life's woes had taken him on a winding journey, pushing him away and then pulling him back inexorably towards the place he now found himself seeking refuge in. It was the church, not just a place of worship, but a sanctuary where he could find comfort, strength, and a momentary respite from the world's relentless pressures. The church, its architecture quietly echoing the centuries of faith, served as a haven for Stallone, a place of where the burdens of existence could be relieved, a place where his soul could find a moment of respite. His journey wasn't merely about a return to the rituals of Sunday Mass or the recitation of prayers. It was far more profound than that. It was about a thorough renaissance of his faith, a revival of his relationship with the divine, a renewed commitment to the teachings of Christ. He found himself being drawn deeper into the labyrinth of his faith, the core tenets becoming his guiding principles, his compass in the stormy seas of life. Stallone began to frequent this sanctuary more often, immersing himself in its familiar, comforting rhythms. The hymns that rang out in the church, the liturgy recited as a collective prayer, the Holy Communion, they all became an integral part of his routine. These rituals were no longer a matter of tradition, but a source of solace, a beacon of hope in his darkest hours. The church became a sanctuary, offering him solace during his darkest days. Stallone's newfound faith began to permeate all aspects of his life. It was like an anchor, grounding him when the storms of life threatened to uproot him. It became his solace in times of turmoil, his refuge in the face of adversity. Faith became his lighthouse, guiding him safely back to shore during the darkest times when life's harsh waves threatened to capsize him. The influence of his faith wasn't just a personal matter. In fact, it started to infiltrate his work in the entertainment industry as well. It shaped his storytelling, influencing the narratives he built and the characters he developed. Stallone began to view his career not just as a means to entertain, but as a platform to inspire, to uplift, to heal. His faith was mirrored in the narratives he created, reflecting his personal experiences with faith's transformative power. Stallone's work became an artistic display of his spiritual journey, an exploration of the battles fought not just on the physical plane, but also, and perhaps more importantly, on the spiritual level. The characters he brought to life on the screen, Rocky Balboa and John Rambo, became outlets for Stallone to explore this journey. These characters were not just physical fighters, they were fighters of life. They were embodiments of struggle, of resilience, of the human spirit's unyielding ability to overcome adversity. Through Rocky and Rambo, Stallone portrayed as a battle, a fight where the only option was to keep moving forward, to keep pushing against whatever obstacles stood in the way. He saw a reflection of his own journey in their stories. They were not just characters in a film, they were fighters like him, individuals battling adversities and overcoming obstacles with relentless courage. In this courage and resilience, Stallone saw the figure of Jesus, the ultimate symbol of sacrifice, love, and resilience. These characters echoed the teachings of the Bible, embodying the spirit of Christ who persevered through trials, displaying an unwavering faith in the face of adversity. They served as reminders of the transformative power of faith that Stallone experienced and aimed to portray it to the audience. These characters, much like Stallone himself, were not just fighters in the physical sense. They were fighters of life, battling adversities and overcoming obstacles with unyielding resilience. And in their resilience, Stallone saw the figure of Jesus, an embodiment of ultimate sacrifice, love, and resilience. Sylvester Stallone's story is a compelling testament to the transformative power of faith. His journey, a path tread by many, yet unique to him, reveals the profound impact that faith can have on one's life. Not just any life, but a life spent in the spotlight, under the scrutiny of the public eye. Stallone, with his iconic presence in Hollywood, exemplifies the struggle between holding on to faith and getting lost in fame and fortune. Stallone's faith journey is a story of contrasts. On silver screens across the globe, he embodies strength, resilience, and sheer determination. Yet, off-screen, he shows us a different kind of strength, one that emerges not from the muscle-packed physique we see in blockbuster hits, but from a place of vulnerability and surrender to a higher power. This is not the Stallone the world sees, but the Stallone he discovered through his journey back to God. His life wasn't always imbued with faith. There were times of wandering and getting lost, times when the allure of success clouded his true path. But faith, like a beacon in a storm, remained his constant. No matter how far he wandered or how lost he felt, Stallone found that God's grace was always within reach, ever ready to welcome him back. He realized that it was never too late to rediscover faith, to find solace in surrendering to something far greater than his own ego. Through this journey, Stallone learned valuable life lessons. He understood that materialistic pursuits could not fill the void in his heart. He discovered that true strength wasn't about the number of battles won, but the courage to admit when he was lost, the humility to seek guidance. He found that faith is not a destination but an ongoing journey, a journey that requires unwavering commitment, unabated dedication, and constant nurturing. Stallone's faith journey taught him valuable lessons. He learned to let go of materialistic pursuits that often consumed him. He learned that real strength isn't about how many battles you've won, but about the courage to admit when you're lost and the humility to seek guidance. He learned that faith is not a destination but a journey, one that requires constant nurturing and dedication. As we conclude this journey, let us recite a simple prayer for faith and strength. Let's take a moment to understand the significance of this act, as we find ourselves at the end of a monumental journey, one that mirrors the transformation of Sylvester Stallone. As we bow our heads, let's remember that this is more than just an act of reverence. It's an opportunity for profound introspection and a chance to open our hearts to the divine. It's about allowing this prayer to reverberate within our souls, echoing the strength found in faith, the same faith that guided Stallone back into the light after a period of despair. Let's appreciate this prayer not just as a sequence of words, but as a roadmap to resilience, spiritual growth. Dear Heavenly Father, we come before you today seeking the strength and courage that only you can provide. We acknowledge our human frailties, our doubts, and our fears. Let's remember that we are not alone in our struggles. We all falter and stray from the path, just as Stallone did, lost in the intricate maze of worldly desires and ephemeral successes. Yet it's this humility, this acknowledgement of our shortcomings that helps us grow and evolve. And so we humbly ask for your guidance to navigate the labyrinth of life, to find our way back to you, to realign our compass towards the divine. It's not just about succumbing to the allure of transient success. It's about seeking what truly matters, about finding our way back to you. We humbly ask for your guidance to help us find our way back to you. Thank you for joining us on this journey of faith, featuring Sylvester Stallone. His life speaks volumes about faith's transformative power. Despite being surrounded by fame, he strayed away from his spiritual path. However, a personal crisis triggered his faith's revival. Stallone, once lost in fame's lure, found a lifeline in his crisis, a reminder of his spiritual upbringing. His return to faith was neither easy nor quick. His daughter's illness acted as a wake-up call, bringing him back to reality. In his darkest hour, he found comfort in faith, which fortified him. Stallone's experience illustrates the transformative power of faith in times of crisis and daily life. Stallone let go of his materialistic pursuits, embracing the peace that faith offers. His story is a beacon of hope and inspiration, reminding us that it's never too late to return to faith. His tale inspires us to believe in something greater and find strength to face personal challenges. His story can teach us many lessons. Firstly, materialistic pursuits can only bring temporary happiness. True peace comes from faith. Secondly, God's grace is always available for those who seek it. Thirdly, faith can provide strength in the darkest times, enabling us to endure any hardship. Fourthly, faith is a journey of transformation. It shapes us, molding us into stronger and better individuals. In conclusion, let Stallone's story inspire us. Let it remind us that faith is not just about belief, but also about finding strength for our challenges. Let us take inspiration from his journey and use it to guide our own. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe for more inspiring stories. Remember, faith is a journey, not a destination. It's a path we walk, the choices we make, and the strength we find. Until next time, take care and stay blessed.